Bubba. We all remember Bubba and his novel about my life. Very interesting and entertaining, to say the least. Say the least. Also very, very fucking far off. So here I am to debunk his dumbass comment. Not that I really give a shit, like, what he thinks or if he ever sees this, but the fact that, it's my channel, and I've worked really hard to not be a fucking statistic, because I have a lot going against me, or did, and I've worked very hard to overcome things, so, it's just insulting, but entertaining at the same time, amusing, because it's just so fucking off base. Anyhow, I don't want to hold my phone on accident where I'm gonna, mute myself, basically, because that's what happened last time, and, I uploaded it last night and started watching it, and I realized that I must have covered that thing, and I couldn't hear myself at all, and I was like, damn it. All that hard work of talking down the drain. Good thing I don't edit, right? Alright, no, if I edited, I would have known that. Anyway. Alright, Bubba. Candyland talk show. And you're a white woman. As far as my white privilege goes, I guess me quitting sports and starting working at the age of 13 in order to save up for a car when I turned 16, and also pay the insurance on a vehicle, which I did with nobody's else's help but my own. I did that because my parents were divorced, and neither could afford to help me buy a vehicle. So yes, I started working at age 13. Huh, weird. I thought I was gonna black out like my screen does. Whatever. Anyhow. So yes, I started working at 13, and I've never stopped since then. I've worked for everything I have, that being doing dishes, bussing tables, cleaning porta pods, driving a CDL truck, etc. Sounds like that white privilege really helped me out. I'm wondering, you being a woman, did you start working before you were even allowed to by law, like myself at 13? Well, Bubba, no, I didn't. At 13, I was being removed from my home, being separated from my family because, well, see, we didn't have a toilet to piss or shit in. We didn't have any running water. We had dry walls for walls. Granted, yes, it was being worked on, but that was the case. So yeah, no, even if someone was like, yeah, I'll hire you, I wouldn't have had the clothes to do it. I had one pair of jeans. I wouldn't have been able to look decent to even have a job then. So no, I'm sorry, Bubba, I didn't. However, I did start wanting to work since I was at age 10. I shoveled sidewalks with my stepdad and by myself sometimes as a child. A lot. And it's, I see a lot of snow. I live in Iowa. The winters aren't the worst, but we do get snow. Let's see, I've cleaned lots of fucking toilets. I was basically used as a fucking indentured servant all through foster care and in the shelters I was in. I had to clean up a lot of nasty shit, okay, buddy? Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Babysat a lot, but I'm sure to you that doesn't count. Alright, I've waitressed, which included bussing tables. We didn't have a table busser person, or whatever. I don't know, I fucking have taken cans into the can place ever since I was a little kid, and I don't just stand there. I get very involved and help as much as I can. I just turned some in the other day, not exactly 1,198 cans, and, I mean, no, I'm not a person. I wasn't raised that way. Anyhow, Did you buy your own first car and pay for your insurance? Did you buy your own school clothes the last 3 years you were in school? What jobs have you ever held that were physically demanding, like cleaning porta pots, doing concrete work, helping replace roofs on houses? I could go on. Well, I've helped scrap like half a fucking trailer park before with, my bare fucking hands. I've helped gut and then start to remodel houses. I've helped with roofing. Fuck, there's another one I remember before that. I don't think of the things I've done like, after all this hard work. It's just what I've done. It's part of life. That's how I was raised. You do these things. Anyhow. Oh, yes, I did buy my first car. I paid for my insurance, gas, all of it. I paid for my senior pictures. I paid for my junior and senior prom. Fucking paid for my like graduation shit I had to get, like the little party thing afterwards. Fortunately, my little privileged ass, my foster grandparents with foster parents, but I lived with their daughter originally, who was very psychologically abusive. My bad, my white privilege. I just moved from, there because of that. Okay, sorry, my bad. They actually provided, sandwiches and stuff. It was really, really kind of them. But, yeah, no, I actually have done, done a lot of fucking dishes. Alright. Next part. Where were we? Oh, the clothes. We're supposed to get $100 allowance a year from the state or whatever, because I was a child of the state, for clothes, and there was a couple foster homes that actually did spend it on us, but most of them never did. You didn't get clothes. You didn't get that. If I could, I'd go to Goodwill or some thrift store, which I still love thrift stores so much. I'll explain why in another video, maybe. Okay, took you clothes shopping, got crazy amounts of clothes to start school. Parents paid for you to go to college. Another thing I wasn't privileged enough to have. So I explained the clothes thing, and also as like a child before foster care, I either got hand-me-downs or like Salvation Army clothes, and I wore them until they were entirely ruined because I grew so slow and consistently. It's not like I just outgrew things and got new things. I also have 7 siblings and grew up with 3 of them, so yeah, no. We were very poor. I remember many nights, my mom cooked, don't get me wrong, we had meals, but it was not white picket fence perfect at all. Let's see. We had to go to churches to get food and stuff, so, powdered milk for cereal. Real delicious. I'm so privileged. Like, oh my god. Okay, so, like, next, what he said, I just can't believe it. Let's see. Oh, the college thing. Oh, yes, I was, like, so privileged that. So, because of the shitty situations in foster care, and because, like, my own issues, being removed from my home and stuff, and depression, which I was diagnosed with clinical depression at 13, and other things like Tourette's that I was diagnosed with at, 7 years old. I moved around a lot in my 9th grade year, the first semester. I had absolutely no credits for it because I moved around so many foster homes. All the work I did there did not count. So by the time I got to this one, halfway through my freshman year, even though I hated it at the house, and the woman ended up being very, very fucking abusive, I stayed. I stayed because I wanted to graduate high school so fucking bad. And I did, and I graduated on time. But that's, like, because my white privilege. I like so many tutors and just, like, Oh, so the college thing. So, okay, so my foster parents, they're not bad people. They're great people. The last ones I had, really good people. But still not like the supportive and like the push you to do your best, like live up to your potential type. Like, I feel like parents should be. So, I mean, I had to learn from a very young age, a lot younger than that, especially at this age, that 13 on especially, that if I wanted something or needed it, I had to do it myself. Like, I couldn't rely on people to be like, here, do this, here's the paperwork to get this done, and here's this opportunity, here's that opportunity. No, I had to go and fucking figure it out and get the shit done. So, and you know, maybe all kids have that. I don't know. But I do know some kids have parents that are really fucking amazing, who support them and push them to do their absolute best. And some maybe push a little too hard. There is a good balance that should be kept. But anyhow, so my senior year, can't remember which one. I think senior. I applied for the scholarship, you know, with my privileged ass needing scholarships to what? Iowa State? No, University of Iowa. But it was a scholarship for like I think foster kids and shit. And you had to write this essay and basically talk about what you've overcome. You know, the things, the trauma, or not trauma, but like trials and hurdles and struggles you've had in your life that you've overcome. Basically, you know, tell us about your character, kind of. I mean, you know, whatever, in my opinion, because that builds character. Anyhow, so I think just one of my random teachers, my math teacher maybe even, yeah, it was my math teacher, told me about it. And I was like, oh, why, how to do that, you know? So I wrote the essay and I took it to the English teacher I had as a freshman and sophomore. She was a really great person. Very friendly, open, welcoming, helpful. So anyway, I took it to her and was like, can you, would you please edit this, basically, and whatever. So she goes over it, and there's like a few grammatical errors maybe, and then she gave me a couple suggestions. Not adding any words, but she just like helping the flow. She'd be like, okay, see this line and this line. I feel like it'd have a lot more impact if you reverse them. Say this first and then that. Kind of like that. So I made all those changes and sent it in. And the people really, really, really wanted to give me the scholarship. And I mean, okay, so I got it and apparently passed the deadline, which sucked ass. I didn't know. And but they loved my essay so much and wanted like to make an exception so bad. Like the people went to the board or whatever, whoever decided it, and pleaded my case, and basically they couldn't, because if they did with me, they'd have to with everyone, which I understand. So, no, I did go to Iowa School of Beauty. I still owe them money. And, yeah. So, next part, Bubba. Now you are a snowflake, assuming every white male, every white person, is afforded all that stuff, basically because they are white.